Welcome everybody, I am LoneWolfEX, and this is the first hour, where I take you through the first hour of a game and break down my first impressions at the end. Now without further ado, this is Dead Space. I'm actually really excited for this specific game because out of the original Dead Space trilogy, Dead Space 1 was the only one I didn't beat.
I think it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry.
She looks so much older for some reason.
I just wish I could talk to someone. It's all falling apart here.
That's her? Nicole?
Yeah. First deferred from her in weeks.
She looks 10 years older than he does. I feel like that's a little weird. Like, she looks aged up from the original for some reason.
Visual contact with USG.
Is that a lens flare? What? There's volumetric lighting in the intro segment? What the heck? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. What in the world? It even rotates and everything. That's beautiful.
We should be able to see
for a game that's mostly brown, that's...
I'll get us into hailing range.
Oh, that's actually awesome.
Just be careful on the approach.
Sorry, I'm just being a nerd.
We're losing control.
Check! Aim for that emergency stabilizer! There! The blue light! It might slow us down!
Got it. Drop the flash shield. Everyone brace yourself.
At least we didn't take out the sign.
Isaac, come sync your rig.
She's using the console. What do you want me to do? Oh.
Welcome, Isaac Clarke, to the USG Ishimura.
Where's the security detail? Where's anybody?
Does anyone else smell that?
Smell what?
Like something died in the air vents. Oh.
That's a good detail. That's actually solid foreshadowing.
Isaac, try that security console.
What? He's pointing over here. I think that's a little misleading. Okay. So, minor initial complaint. The first thing I did was walk over to this door, and it said, stand by, and wouldn't open. Then when I walk away from it, it opens, and I wasn't told about it. Yeah, I'm getting it. Jeez.
Could do that kind of damage to a planet cracker.
The thing you smell in the vents. Uh-oh.
Quarantine activated.
Another malfunction?
No. The quarantine systems are all fine.
There's something in here with us.
Up there! Oh, God! Hit! No! Daniel, get the cancel! Almost! Get out of there! Kendra, door!
I got it! Go!
I'd love to. That's the oh, crap. Don't spawn those over here. Okay! Okay, this is so much worse than I remember. Yeah, you think? Okay. Good door. Good door. Friend door. Door did good job. Cut off their limbs. Sorry, buddy. I did my best. I see something glowing. I was wrong. Maybe? I don't know. I don't want to stay here and find out. I'm getting out of here.
It didn't die. We shot that right between the eyes and it didn't die. Smith had to shoot its arms and legs off. For God's sake, send help!
Alright, yeah, maybe there's a few necromorphs on the ship.
The ones I saw, some of them were wearing Ishimura uniforms.
They're the crew? How the hell can they be the crew? Look at them.
We need to get to the bridge. I'm sure Nicole's okay. She's the doctor, right? She'll do the smart thing.
Yeah. Yeah, she always does.
Well,
Find somewhere
actually,
safe. I'll be back soon.
her being a doctor might be the exact reason that she's dead. Because if there's a biological agent on board, no doubt, then no doubt, people would have gone, the people who would have gone to her first would have been infected. You're not dead. There's no way you're dead. I knew it! We have a winner! What? Am I being attacked or what? Pick a lane, game. Are you attacking me or what?
Okay. The only way is hacking them apart. Those arms, their legs.
Did that even kill them? Or did they just stop moving?
No longer moving is kind of the goal here, if I'm being honest. Hopefully forever. There's all kinds of things I can shoot that explode. Just like that. See, this is really cool, because the area is so dark that all of the canisters that explode are, like, they stick out. I don't trust this at all. I don't like you. This is a dead-end area, and you're meant to make me turn around. I don't like this. I do not trust turning my back on a vent. Oh, you have to pick between the lights and the elevators. You need the elevator. We need the elevator, which means, guess we say goodbye to the lights. Yup. This just feels like a cruel joke. A horror game making you turn the lights off. Eh? Jack in the Box? No? Oh, okay. I'm gonna let him come to me and I'm gonna one-shot him. Holy crap, there was more than one of you! How many more of you are there? I hear there's another one and I don't know where he is. Ugh, dude. Hearing the screaming in the distance and having no idea where it's coming from is terrifying. Oh, good. Is it weird that seeing all the blood in the room actually makes me feel more at ease? Because since they're dedicating a part of the rooms designed to make me feel scared, there's probably not something in here with AI that's meant to make me feel scared. I play too many video games.
Isaac, we can't stay here much longer.
There's something else here already. And that worked. Wait, hang on. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I messed up. I've made mistakes. I've made mistakes. I'm not... you know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I made a mistake, or if that was just really good freaking, you know, game design. Yeah, I don't know if that was, like, just always there, or... No, it wasn't always there, because obviously last time I came through here, I would have tripped it. That's actually genius, because they don't despawn all the bodies that you've killed. And because of that, you get used to running past all the dead necromorphs you killed, and just on the merit of that alone, you're gonna get jump scared because you'll see it and you'll just assume, yeah, that's a dead necromorph. I already dealt with that one. who's gonna keep track of where all their bodies were? That's not supposed to be like that. I know that was supposed to be scary, but just the fact that he's planking on the railing. Ah, why? Just flashbang Isaac, why don't you? What was that? That was very Dead Space 2 of you, but I don't have dementia yet. Well, okay, how we doing? Apparently we're doing really, really well. Oh, this is all... Oh, these are all plasma batteries? Oh, holy crap, yeah, we have so much ammo? It's over 100 rounds. Yeah, I'm not... It's a little thing, right? But I'm not thrilled with how much this game is showering me with ammo early on. Yeah, like, there's just so much ammo, though. So it's like, inventory... There's another one! There's like 24 to 30 rounds of ammo just laying around. The moment that I checked my inventory to check what I actually had at my disposal, I wasn't afraid anymore, because I don't feel worried about running out anymore. I don't feel like I even have to be careful, because I can just dump an entire mag into one enemy and not really care that much. Oh, come on! Ah, where'd you come? Where did you come from?
Replacement complete.
You got it.
Okay, and we end the first hour with a new suit. Yeah, there it is. There's the Dead Space engineer suit I was waiting for. First impressions wise, this game makes me very happy. The fact that I do still have memories of the original, hazy or not, and this game still got genuine scares on me means that they're doing something right. So let's try breaking down exactly what is being done right, at least as far as the horror is concerned. First off, this game is dark. Like, really, really dark, both tonally and literally. But from the moment that you get the plasma cutter, you also have a really bright flashlight. So immediately you're put into a situation where you can only see that which is directly in front of you, and now everything that's at all lit or glowing outside of that stands out and draws your attention. This is used really early to teach you about the explosive canisters, but it's just as important for training you to look for chests and loot around the rooms. And you know what's not glowing in the dark, though? Most of the everything that wants to kill you. More often than not, you'll hear enemies long before you ever see them, and that makes it so much worse. Because you just start hearing this screeching coming from nowhere, and it's so loud that you aren't 100% sure how far away from you it is. I wrote down in my notes while I was playing that my first reaction to the darkness plus the sound design of the necromorphs creates this sense of, "Where are you?" dread that really just sells the horror aspect of combat. And while I'm not sure this next part was intentional, so take this next point with a grain of salt, I got so conditioned to expect an audio cue for enemies that the one time it wasn't announced with screaming and an orchestra having a stroke, it gave me the most genuine scare I've had from a game in years. I noticed when watching back the footage, this necromorph breaks out of this vent across the room, but since it was so far away and other stuff was going on, I didn't hear it, and I was looking at the objective, so I didn't notice it visually, even when I ran towards it, because it was in the darkness of that little hallway, so it really did just get me. I can come up with some negative stuff to say if I'm pressed. I'm a critic, being critical is kind of the whole point, but honestly, I feel like I'm looking for excuses, at least this early in the game. It's going to have some issues later, of course, almost every game does, but with the amount that I just played and showed you, I think I had one complaint, really, which is entirely based on ignorance and just not knowing how the game works yet, and a handful of nitpicks, and that's really it. Probably my biggest complaint overall, which I'm tossing up how much I respect versus actually dislike, is the fact that there's this whole standby door thing that becomes an immediate trend. There are a lot of situations where once you get somewhere or complete an objective, you get an update from one of your crewmates about what's going on or what needs to happen next, and when this happens, you can still move around, but you can't proceed because the door to the next area will stay on standby until the exchange is over. This can get really annoying if all you want to do is just run through the game, but with that being said, this isn't a very fast-paced game. Enemies take a lot to kill, you're infinitely more rewarded for being slow and methodical while exploring rather than just running through and missing everything, and so when I set my Zoomer ADHD aside, I just kind of realized that this is a game that's actually commanding my respect. It's a game that wants to be taken seriously and tries to make you take it seriously, and from that perspective, I kind of just sit here going, the balls on this game to demand that we pay attention to a story in an era when most media we consume right now is less than a minute at a shot. And before I inevitably get comments saying, oh, well, he liked when Dead Space does mandatory dialogue, but hates it when High on Life did it. No, they are not at all the same. While they do both slow down their respective games, Dead Space never comes to the grinding halt that High on Life does with the conversations between Gene and Lizzie after beating your missions. Dead Space is a much slower paced game than High on Life, so it can get away with things slowing down a lot more, and much more importantly, every single piece of dialogue is actually furthering the story that you're a part of and directly informs you on what your next objectives look like. Characters move around, stakes change, world building is added. It's not pointless. Overall, I'm very happy with the first hour of Dead Space Remake. I really don't have a lot of bad things to say about it, and almost every complaint that I can come up with feels like I'm reaching. But with that being said, there are some minor complaints, so we'll have to see if those develop into real problems over time with the review in about a week. But for now, if you were to ask me after the first hour if the game is actually good, I'd say